maybe even that state run, where they can educate the public on how to make edibles, how to make tinctures, how to do this stuff right, so they don't have to. I mean, yeah, some people can learn off of YouTube, but do we know that we're getting the proper information?
Right.
You know, if there was somebody professional out there overseeing and
are we dosing it right
and allowing people to you know, have the opportunity to be more professional and have more of a quality product by, you know, having this testing done, you know, and unless we or somebody tries to figure out how we can do it.
Right. Yeah. I think the education portion is a huge part of it, whether it be beforehand or after. But I think that's a little time to come. But I think it's an extremely important part of this industry because people are uneducated making things and not knowing what's in it.
They teach somebody to drive a car and give them a test before they get a license for a car. I mean, marijuana, they shouldn't have a test, but at least educate them on the benefits, educate them on the different ways that they can utilize this medicine. Because so many elderly and so many people who have children that have incurable or disabilities that can really be helped by this medicine are scared because they're like, oh, my kid is not going to smoke pot, you know, or there's a stigma right away, you know, like, oh, you got your baby on marijuana, you must be a bad parent. I mean,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's not the case. This is a life-saving medicine.
All the time I have people like, what do you mean? Well, I mean, I'm not going to put in one Adderall.
People don't realize it can be changed. It can be turned into a salve. It could be rubbed on the child's foot. It could stop seizures by rubbing it on their foot. And a lot of people aren't educated. And I'm wondering why we can't educate. You know, here, that's what we're doing here. We're trying to educate the public. But why can't they do this at a professional state level for their patients?
Yeah, I think in time that will happen. Right now, the issue is to get it passed.
Right. Well, and definitely, because also, you know, if you think about it, they don't do it with the pharmaceuticals. They give us deadly pharmaceuticals, and if we complain, they give us more pharmaceuticals instead of really teaching us about the side effects that are coming from the first pharmaceutical. And they give you this medicine not knowing what to expect. Now, I was just hoping that marijuana could just be so much better than that, you know, and not follow in their footsteps and, you know, just make it more where people that have children and the elderly, you know, really get to know that it can be eaten. It could be put in honey. It could be put in their tea. It could be rubbed on the baby's foot, and there's no danger or harm that's going to be done by smoking.
I just got back. I was in the weeds. Did you guys talk about home grow at all?
Yeah, we were just
okay. Good. Yes, I'm just lost. I got everything working, and I'm glad that you're advocating for this. And this is awesome. Thank you for coming. What's on the agenda for today for the rest of the
going back north.
That's it. Okay.
Yep.
Where you all from?
Well, from Sussex County.
Sussex. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. So is there going to be a dispensary up that way? Because there's nothing up there.
Yeah, eventually there is. I mean, I just read an article. I think Harmony might be opening up another one, but they're all still close to the turnpike, close to the parkway. You know, it's going to be a few months, but there will be some. There will be at least one in Sussex County. There will be one in a lot of the different areas that, you know, it's too far to travel to now. So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I heard they just opened their doors the other day, but I heard they only have one strain.
Harmony, yeah.
Yeah, why?
I don't know the details on that.
Yeah,
wait, what's Harmony had one strain?
One strain.
That's fake news.
That's real news. You can access from the
I was there. I was there at opening day.
Well, that's what people were saying. Is this not true? How many strains were there?
They had like 12 strains.
I heard they didn't.
No. So
I don't know.
Yeah. I got a question for you. What do you say to these towns that are banning?
If anybody knows anything
Cindy, what do you do? What do you call these towns? What do you say to these towns that are banning medical cannabis?
As far as I don't know if they're banning it or they're not allowing dispensaries in their within their city limits. You know, everybody has a right. I mean, if you can drive to the next town over and get your medicine, then you know, so be it. You got to drive 5 extra miles.
Well, what if you're in a wheelchair and you can't drive, and you just got to rely on your wheels to get you around? And plus, there's no wheelchair access in half of these towns too. That's what we do. We go to these towns and show how ignorant they are because they have no wheelchair access, and now they're taking away the medicine for disabled war vets. And that's our fight. We're fighting for disabled war vets that can't even get into these businesses, and then now they're taking away their cannabis.
Yeah,
it's shocking that these people call themselves Americans.
Right. So the solution to that would be the transportation side of things and delivery service as well, which is forthcoming as well.
That's huge. Delivery service would help a lot of people.
Yeah.
Is that coming?
It's part of it. Yeah. It's part of one of the bills. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's
so if it, I would think it will happen. Yes.
That has to happen.
Yeah.
Because there's homebound people,
right?
People that can't leave their house, that rely on other people to get their medicine for them, to do all kinds of stuff for them,
right?
And it's sad because I advocate for the patients. I could care less about legalization right now because everybody sees dollar signs. I care about these people right here that are suffering, can't even afford their medicine. We want that 7th dispensary to open and have like maybe $30 eights. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
that 7th dispensary is going to be key.
Yeah. So we briefly talked about home grow and testing and stuff like that. So on our end of things, as long as the state allows us to do that, we're more than happy to test anything from anybody. But it has to be, from our standpoint, licensing. We couldn't do it without the state's approval, just because.
Why couldn't you lend me your machine?
I suppose I could.
Can we rent it?
Worth of machines.
Well, yeah.
Can we do a tour of the machine? Can we check it out?
Yeah, can we do that?
I have to really look into the legal side of things.
Run it up the flagpole. See who salutes it. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to see that because
because we're all about the compliance and the regulation portion of it. And
I'm about pushing the envelope too. So
well, they know we're geniuses, and we're going to try to build one.
Yeah.
If we build one, that'll kill them.
So, yeah.
Just like the box cameras, we can do this.
Oh, it's funny.
Cool. Well, I gotta head north, so I really thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much.
Nice having
I appreciate you guys out here.
We're here every Thursday, so
yes,
come out here anytime. Lefty, thank you.
Thank you, Cindy Ruggiero.
All right, good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, now, while I was in the weeds.
Yes, you're always in the weeds.
This is really bad. We got a phone call. I hope he picks up now.
Who called? Is it any?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Is it anybody we know?
Yes.
Okay. Is it Ed?
Yes. We're gonna try to call Ed Fortune.
See, I'm a mind reader.
We're gonna wake him up. He might be sleeping.
Oh shit! I didn't even look at your phone. It says Ed Fortune on it. I didn't see that.
Yo.
Hey, New Jersey Weed Man. How are you?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Face hurt.
You're still in pain, huh?
Oh, he fell.
Yeah, I still can't believe it. My whole fucking face and head hurts.
So you fell, you face planted on the ground with Leo Bridgewater. What happened, man?
I don't know, man. I just got all hot. I was smoking that big joint of Wayne's. I got all hot, and I don't know. I was sleepy. I was really sleepy all day. But then, I don't know. I stood up to, walk him to the door and say bye. And next thing I know, I got all dizzy, and I woke up kissing the concrete.
I was all dizzy. The weed got to me.
It had been too long for him.
It was all hot.
Well, I really don't think the weed got to me. But if that is the case, that's because of my 16 months of forced prohibition has lowered my.
You had to pull that card.
He pulled the P card.
That's wrong. You didn't have to pull that card, bro.
What's wrong with you? That's to make us feel bad. Nah, man.
You should be able to pull that. Like, come on, man.
That's hurtful.
You know tolerance goes down, and isn't that what kills most opioid people? So, I mean, come on. So we know tolerance goes down. So, yeah, absolutely. I'm right there.
So you're recouping?
All about the tolerance.
Did you talk about his winnings?
What winnings?
His winnings, man. This dude kicked Trenton's ass.
Oh, yeah. You're 38-0. What happened in court, man?
Oh, I'm at 38-0. They have not won anything yet. The only thing I conceded to was smoking a joint in City Hall. 2 counts of that. Other than that, they haven't won anything. And even that, I'm going to appeal that and win because there was 3 people smoking weed, and I'm the only one that got prosecuted for it. So that's called selective prosecution.
Yeah,
you didn't light that joint.
I didn't even light it. I was the second person.
What joint? There was no joint recovered. What joint?
No, there was. Never mind.
That too.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, there was like 2, right?
Yeah, somebody bring me a joint. I need a joint.
All I know is I didn't touch nothing. I was a good boy. I was very good.
Yeah, you're in the video, Wayne, acting like you don't know us.
That's waiting for you. Don't shoot, I'm running away.
No, I was kind of shocked at the kid who actually lit up the joint. I was like, who the fuck is he? He wasn't part of the crew.
He was at the mall.
He just like lit it up, and I think he was a Fed because he lit it up and he handed it right to Ed, man. He was like, yo, here, boom.
It was a setup.
And then that's when the cops were like, yo, hey, put that out. Put that out. Is that what we think it is? And then the chief of police came in his little suit. He was like, okay, we got your coin.
That guy's name is Joey. He used to come to the joint. He's actually in the county jail right now. I've seen him in the county jail.
What?
He was in the paper and everything. He got caught with a bunch of weed, a bunch of pills, and driving on a revoked list, a whole bunch of little stuff.
That's what you see all day in Trenton. Little shit here, just piling up on people, and they can't pay their fines.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh.
He's here. The guy from Kidbury. He's here.
Who?
The gentleman.
Yes, Dave's here.
Yeah, Dave's here.
Yes.
Hey, David.
We actually had Weed Man. We actually have a guy. Maybe you want to play a lawyer for him.
Yeah, David, have a seat here. We got a patient, a medical cannabis patient in New Jersey. The cops came into his house and took 3 ounces of his cannabis. Come on over here, David.
And you didn't save him a cookie, damn it.
I think he contacted me a couple of days ago, and I heard him online earlier. I heard him talking to you guys a little while ago.
Yeah, he's actually here in person. He's a little high right now. He's got edible chocolate chip cookies.
Wait a minute. Did you say he was a little high?
Yeah, because he's not there yet. He just got there.
Well, that's something you gotta fix. You gotta make him really, really, really high.
I gave him a Cannabis King joint, so that'll help. That'll help him get Barini high at least.
I got something better.
Give me one of the special Barini joints, man. He might face plant though.
Man,
I'm sorry, man.
Dude, man.
I hope you're all right.
Seriously, man.
You got to remember, we're old. We're not young guys no more.
Hey, Dave. Listen, I know these two guys very well. You have to be very careful. Lefty, he might film something and get you locked up. and Wayne Barini, he may give you a joint to have your face in the concrete. So watch yourself.
It's good to me. It's better than being in the pain that I'm currently in.
You got to get. Have you ever been in jail?
No, it was my fault. My fault.
So you have to get up on that mic, just like you're in jail.
I'm gonna feed David here,
like this.
There you go, baby. That's how you do it. Now we can hear you.
Yeah, I need it. Whatever. Getting him blasted is better than the pain that I've been in.
Let's get you Barini high right now. Just hold that button right there, the little button, and then suck in and put it on there.
Someone calling me?
There you go. And it's very lovely. I don't know what the hell it is. It's just a bunch of wax in there.
It's a lot of wax. It's a lot of wax
on top of each other. It's good stuff.
So, Weed Man, what are you doing tonight? Are we? Is Ed and I coming out to that biker bar? And Don's here too.
Yeah, Don's going to be on.
We'll have a real biker there. He'll have our back. How does that sound? Yeah, but you're not going to come up there. Anyway, and you don't have a microphone. So what's the deal, Ed? Are we going to the bar tonight?
Come on, let's go. Listen, I'm telling you, I used to go there before I got locked up. So I'm down on popping in there, and I'm sure there's a couple people go, oh shit, man, Weed Man's here. He's back. Because I used to go there once in a while. I kind of been waiting to do my grand appearance.
Did you just turn him down?
No, Weed Man's there. I'm turning you guys down.
Where's Weed Man?
He's right here.
Ed?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here.
You just went mid-sentence.
I'm down on popping in that bar.
Yeah. Hey, Lefty's got to do a private party. And then tonight around 8, 9 o'clock, we'll plan something. We'll have you face.
Told me something about a private party somewhere.
There's a private party. It's in this area. It's about.
Oh, it's all the way down in Trenton, ain't it?
Yeah, Lawrenceville.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a private party today. There's an after party for this.
That's why I thought you were coming down here, man.
Man, I couldn't get out of bed today. I finally have gotten some sleep for the last 5 days.
Good, well needed. well needed between getting shot out by the police, between going to court cases and finally getting off. You know, it's about time. Now you can relax.
I've been letting people know this guy right here is like the MLK for the movement. You know, sticking to his guns and holding it down. And the issue is a lot of people they don't have the time, funds, resources, patience, any of that to sit there and go through it. So I mean, it's a problem and it's a process, and that's why so many things, in my opinion, are delayed. Because I mean, we just can't do it. You know, if not, then how are we going to feed our family or ourselves? It's just always something.
It's complete bullshit. Because if he was a different color, he wouldn't have sat in jail all that time.
No,
that's that.
And that's what, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. If he was a different color, if he was from Camden County, if he was from any other county, he would not have sat in jail. Period. End of story. He would have gotten out.
I believe that too, but sometimes when I say that, they say Al Sharpton of weed.
Yep. Oh, yeah, definitely. I would say so. I would say so.
The Al Sharpton of weed?
Yeah, I would say
no,
so.
You're not the Al Sharpton of weed. Al Sharpton's a fraud.
No, I was joking. No, I'm not that.
How high are you?
Because he's talking
Stop
to me.
smoking. Take a break.
He's talking to me. That's why.
Oh, my God.
I was, but I was joking. It was sarcastic.
Girl, hello. Wait.
She's high.
I have a personality though, so I also get that. Like, remember, like I don't miss things. Like
no, you missed that one, hon.
Earlier,
you missed that one. You missed it big time.
I got it. I was just being nice.
Oh, well, not okay.
So Ed,
I was joking. I was being sarcastic.
He missed me with the chocolate balls earlier, so I was just being nice.
Oh, watch out. Ed's never mind. Ed has chocolate balls.
Are they nutty?
Just saying.
So Ed, I got a question for you. Listen, going back to the thing that happened at the Art All Night thing. That was pretty shocking. You're saying that those ricochets may have hit the crowd.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
The ricochets hit the crowd.
That,
not may have. They did. He had video of it.
Listen, everybody. If you watch my video, you can turn the audio off if you want. But if you watch the video, everybody who's on the ground was shot by cops. Everybody. Now I was outside. The people who got shot inside, yes, they got shot by the shooters. But all I'm saying is everybody outside got shot by the cops. That's all I'm saying.
I thought they had to preserve life. I thought they weren't allowed to do. I thought like in certain car chases, they actually have to fall back in order to lessen the percentage of a civilian casualty. How do you go shooting into a crowd?
They're supposed to, but you know in your own situation what they're supposed to do and what they do are two different things.
I can't put myself
and
in
they
their,
were scared. And again, like if you watch the video and you listen, like they said that the cops were scared. You could see that they were scared. They had no idea what the F they were doing. They didn't know which way was up. You could see on their faces that they were more scared than the people that were there. You could see that. Like they had no idea what they were doing. They were messing up all kinds of shit. They like drove literally. They were driving the vehicles right over evidence, right through an evidence zone. Like they were driving vehicles right over blood. Like hello, like you don't do that. Like you're driving through evidence. Like I mean, this is all very clear on the video. They picked the gun up without putting it like I understand them securing it because they were in a crowded situation. I understand that, but what they're supposed to do is just stand there by it and guard it. They not pick it up with their bare hands.
So Ed, that's pretty shocking what you're saying there. You're saying the cops were just shooting willy-nilly, crazy, going nuts, right?
No, I'm not saying they were willy-nilly.
Seems like it.
But the facts are the guy came running out of the building and they started shooting at him and they hit 5 other people.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, was the shooter? Was he the
How
one
close
in
were
the
they to
street?
the other
Right.
people?
Yeah.
And I was right there before my camera came on. I was right there in between the guys who got shot on the wall to my right and the girl who got shot on the other side of the car. I was right in between them. And like I said, like it was just crazy. Like all of a sudden it was just pow, 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 pow. It was like
one of Cindy's ghosts by you side that day. They were watching over you that day.
Yeah. Ed, I got a question. How would you have felt? Would you have felt safer if you were able to carry a gun on you? or not?
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, do you feel safer with the new laws in general?
No, answer my question first.
He can't.
Would you have felt safer wearing a gun?
Would I have felt safer if I had a gun on me? Is that what you asked?
Yes, exactly.
No.
Go ahead.
It would have made a difference.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go. You're a good guy with a gun. You could have shot that bad guy.
I wouldn't have fired under those circumstances.
Okay. Fair enough. I just wanted to give you a chance because I know how you feel about this.
And I'm finding out that most honest people, they would not have shot in that circumstance. Like even military people that I've spoken to, they're saying the same thing. Like, no, even if they had a gun on them, they wouldn't have shot. They would have tried to disarm the person, but they would never have pulled their weapon because then they would have made themselves a target for the police.
That's true too.
And that's why they wouldn't have shot.
That's an issue.
I mean, it happened so fast, so I'm not really trying to crap on the cops and say that, that they did anything on purpose. But what I am saying is, when that guy came running out of the building and multiple cops shot at him when he was running, and that's when everybody else got hit. Maybe they should have chased him down the block a ways. I don't know. Maybe, listen, he had a gun in his hand and was running. Maybe they thought he was going to shoot other people. I don't know. But under the circumstances, I don't think I would have been shooting because I would have been afraid to hit other people. So I don't think I would have been shooting. And that's what happened right in front of me. And I saw it with my eyes. And the crazy thing is, for 20 years, I've been talking to the press. For 20 years, I've been talking to reporters. This is the first time that my quotes are not being used and they're questioning if I'm telling the truth. I've never been questioned by reporters if I'm telling the truth because I always tell the truth. So I'm saying I've talked to 10 reporters in the last 5 days. Not one of them has used my quotes. Not one single story says that everybody was shot by the cops and I saw it. Not one single story.
Yeah, I was watching them, and I mean, it's become like pretty. I guess it's at least East Coast news. I don't know if it's on the West Coast or not, but it's at least East Coast news. And even down by Philly, they're playing it, and they're playing the video. But again, they're not saying anything about who shot who. They're just saying that there was a mass
New Jersey
shooting,
just
and
passed
that was
all
it.
them strict gun laws.
So,
this is all politics.
Yep.
And
a couple of the North Jersey newspapers ran stories about Governor Murphy saying that the cops were heroes and they saved people. There could have been a lot more people shot. And in fact, like I'm not gonna say they weren't heroes. I'm not gonna say that. But what I will say is the cops shot the people. So like I don't know. They didn't save people from getting shot. They shot the people.
Dude, what's the answer? What is your answer to this problem?
Don't shoot people.
I don't know. I'm just glad I'm not a cop. You know what I mean? I'm glad I'm not a cop, and I'm glad I'm not in their situation. I'm glad somebody's not, questioning what I did. I'm glad I'm not one of them. That's what I will say. Like, they got a tough job. I witnessed them in a tough situation. I think some mistakes were made. I'm sure there was a lot of things that went right. I didn't see what happened inside. I only saw what happened outside the back door because that's where I was. I was right outside the back door when all this stuff happened. And all I got to say is I'm glad I'm not a cop. They got a tough job. I'm glad I'm not one of them.
Yeah, me too, actually. I'm glad you're not a cop, too. You'd probably bust me by now. All the shit we've done.
On your video, too, like, it was like all the cops knew because if you rewatch your video, when they were telling everybody to get down, they specifically said, they were like, "Weed man, get down, weed man." Like, they said it a couple of times. Like, they straight up were like, yeah. It was nuts.
Listen, they all know me. When I came outside of the door, just before the shooting, when I came outside the door, there was like 4 or 5 cops right in front of the door. And like I acknowledged him. I kind of nodded at him. I kind of like I think I like I didn't wave at him. I had my camera in my hand, but I nodded at him. And one or two times earlier, I had spoke to one or two cops, and after it was all over, I spoke to a couple. Around here, to be honest with you, I normally have always had a pretty good relationship with cops until some members of the Trenton Police Department decided to take me down unsuccessfully. They did ruin the place, they did ruin the joint, but they didn't put me in prison like they tried to, and that's what I'm saying. Some of them tried to, not those guys on the street. It was the upper level guys. It was detectives. It was the captain. It was the prosecutor's office that tried to do it, not the guys on the street.
It's because you couldn't pay them off. Because, if you could have slid them some money, you probably would have gotten out. Because they like money.
I think they resented that I went and they told me something and I went and read the law and basically told them to go F themselves. So I think that kind of got them butthurt. And that's what happens sometimes with cops. They get butthurt when you question them.
I pissed the mayor off in our town. He hates my guts because I called him out on something. He violated the ADA, and I called him out, and I pissed everybody off. But it was like at the end of the day, I don't care if I piss the mayor off because some of you'll get reelected. He's going to be gone. Now, our chief police, like our police chief, he's awesome, and our fire chief is awesome. So, but I love both of them, so I don't have to worry about them. Like, I would never do anything to piss them off intentionally. I wouldn't want to because they're so good, like with me being a patient and with, my husband being a patient and with patients coming to my house because they know I have friends that come over that are patients and they don't
Just
give me any problems.
Patience.
Well, I mean, they're wonderful. I mean, luckily a lot of the guys grew up with me, so they knew my situation. They knew my background. So they don't give me, they got educated rather than made judgment. They got educated. And I really I thanked them for that on Memorial Day. I was like, thank you guys for being so educated, because I really liked the quiz that was posted. And I saw the thing about I wonder how many towns would pass it. I think our town would pass. I really do believe that if you came and just did a pop up, they had no idea you were coming, I think that they would pass. I do. I think Chief Moore and those guys would pass. I do. As far as marijuana law, I really believe that they would pass it.
Amen.
And I mean, just a total surprise visit to the station. I believe that those guys would pass it.
Ed's still on the phone. Ed, how you feeling, man? I think you take a vacation or what? I think it's time, right?
Go cross country with us.
Yeah, take a few days.
We were talking about going to visit Honey Bee.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm just gonna lay here and chill for a day or two. But what I really want to do is I want to get the joint up and running, but I just need to raise money. I don't have no way of raising no money.
Well, I want to buy a piece of your van. I want to buy a little quarter panel for $420. Maybe Barini's does too.
No, CK does.
All right,
CK does.
Well, I haven't gotten it back from the shop yet. I haven't even called him to find out what happened. All I know, I think the fuel filter went, that's what I think happened. The fuel filter got clogged, but I haven't even called him. It's been a hectic couple days, man. Everything.
Yeah, man. You've been through a lot in the last 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, more than anyone I've ever seen. I mean,
3.5 weeks.
No, right? When did he get out of the?
How about 16 months before that? That's no fun.
Yeah, but
it's not a vacation.
Just that whole trial must have been so stressful. So stressful. I mean, we saw
it's
it.
Over.
It was
it's
amazing.
Over, Ed.
But
thank God,
dude, you're the man. What you did there was just amazing. But
38-0.
It had to be stressful, though.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, it was stressful. I mean, even at the trial, I mean, I was always confident that I would not be convicted. They would not get 12. Remember, I always constantly said New Jersey can't get 12. But what I was afraid of is one or two people could be convinced by the jury, and I'd be stuck there. So that was the stressful part. And then after I was released, then I got angry. I was trying to control it, but it slipped out a little from time to time. But I got angry for a couple of days. I couldn't sleep. I was mad about everything. And just as I was getting settled into, okay, let me start getting my life back together, then I witnessed this shooting. So, like, wow, it went from one extreme to another extreme.
Terrible.
Crazy.
The good part is, bro, better days are coming. I guarantee you that.
Oh yeah.
Especially tonight when we're at the bar. I'm drinking margaritas.
I know they are.
Are they gonna get
And
salt?
I don't drink.
Are they gonna get salt this time?
I better get salt this
I know you
time.
like your salty margaritas.
Damn straight. I might die tonight. All the
and he
freaking
doesn't have
cookies
salt.
I
He'll
ate.
whine about not having
All
salt.
the alcohol I'm gonna drink
Yo,
tonight.
wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Yo, this is a biker bar. They don't have no damn margaritas.
Well, then he can't go there then. Yeah, he won't go.
They will for me, bro.
He will whine.
I'll show you how
for,
it
like,
gets done.
Next week, if he does not have his margarita,
I'll ask for a freaking Shirley Temple in their
because
making.
he was complaining about
Trust me.
not having salt for like a week on like every single time he went live. He was like me, and I ramble all the time. He was like me, continuously telling everybody about not having salt on his margarita that night. So that would definitely crushed his heart.
If we go to this biker bar, I don't know about him getting salt on his margarita. I don't know. If we go to one of the yuppie places around here, he can get salt, but I don't know about the biker bar.
I'll show you how it's done, brother.
You might have to go yuppie.
I'll show you.
What?
Yuppie.
Yeah.
This is CK. I go into the bar and they listen. Trust me. Trust me. My first drink will be a Shirley Temple. Watch.
Yeah.
Watch, Ed. Lefty's going to have it on Facebook Live.
They're going to laugh at you. I'm going to disown you if you order a Shirley Temple at this biker bar.
How about
All
you take
right,
me and I'll order it for
I'll stick
you?
with the margarita
I
then.
dare you.
You can take me and I'll order it for you.
I dare you.
No, I can't wait.
I'll be a little
I
good
can't wait.
girl.
This will be fun.
I want to laugh.
I want to order. Sorry, yeah, I would laugh too. I would laugh at him ordering a margarita at a biker bar. I would laugh at him. Sorry, like that's where you order like a Sex on a Beach or a Rocky Mountain motherfucker. Like you don't order a margarita.
What's that? What's Sex on the Beach?
Sex on a Beach is like most of the time they make it in a shot, and I don't know what it's in it, but it's fucking good.
She swallows.
And I know that a Rocky Mountain motherfucker tastes like it tastes like
there's a drink called Rocky Mountain motherfucker.
Yeah, it's a shot. It's awesome. I had it in Colorado for the first time when I went out there. Dan was
we don't want to
stationed
talk
out
about
there.
drinks. Isn't Ed on the phone?
Yeah.
Hi, Ed.
Ed likes to drink a beer once in a while, though.
Yeah. Hey, what do you are you gonna have any parties or anything? I mean, we should celebrate.
They're in the works. He just won
We had
yesterday.
to finish.
He just won. He face planted on a victory
we
joint.
want a party.
Let him
And we
recuperate.
had to finish making the money to help fix up the joint.
I want to. I don't have no money.
Make it a fixed joint up party.
I've been making.
Let's make it one of those parties where everybody comes and has to do some work.
Yeah, fundraiser. Fundraiser, right, Ed?
I want to have a fundraiser, but I still need to just get it. I just need to get it even up and running for a fundraiser.
We got to do this.
I think I'm getting ready to do it. I'm getting ready to do it. I'm getting ready to hook it up.
Yeah.
It's just been one thing after another thing.
Yeah, we could get sponsors for this, and this is something where all the money that's given can go towards fixing the joint back up. I bet you make out really good. I'm sure a lot of people will come and want to donate stuff. I know.
Yeah, I actually think if I did it would be packed.
Oh, no doubt it would be packed. And what you should do is you should have simple vendors. Nobody, doing anything wrong. Just people like selling, hemp products or, lotions or whatever. Just, stuff that can also help to support and benefit. And I think if you do this, you're going to really get that place up and running a lot faster than you thought, because there's so many people that are backing you up and so many people that want to help and donate. And besides a GoFundMe, there's a lot of things that you can do.
We can do a beef and weed instead of a beef and beer.
Beef and beer, right, Ed?
Yeah, I hear. Listen, to be honest with you, that's what my plan was this week, to really start doing this. And then, like I said, I witnessed a shooting. I almost got shot. My emotions went all over the place. I couldn't sleep. And then finally I smashed my face in the sidewalk. So it's just been one of those days, one of those weeks. But I'm shaking it all off.
I hear you.
Sleeping tonight. And over the next couple of days, I'm planning on cleaning the joint up.
Yep.
And getting it ready for a fundraiser.
Oh, definitely. You know, you should also have like a Chinese auction in either outside or in one of the rooms where, I mean, you can make a lot of money doing that stuff. And a lot of people have a lot of shit they want to donate that's just laying around the house in boxes. And, you know, we could go around to the stores. I know how to do this stuff. And we can ask them if they'd like to donate. Like we could get gift certificates and stuff from different local businesses. And this is just, there's multiple ways.
All right,
hold on.
Local. I think we can go anywhere in New
Hold on,
Jersey.
quick.
I don't know anybody. That doesn't know
Hold
who
on,
they
I got
are.
a question. Ed, who was the first person you saw when you woke up from your face plant?
He hung up on Ed. I knew it. Did you see? I said, you're not going to hang up on him, are you, Lefty? And he did. He left. Oh my God. Ed, see how Lefty is? You got to refresh. I
don't feel so bad anymore.
Look, Ed. Hey, yeah.
Scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Wow. Don't do that to stoners.
You know, I really love that. I mean,
Hold on.
Who's
Hello.
this?
Yeah, you just called me. Sorry. This is Lefty. You're on the air.
Yeah, hi. My name is Peggy, and I'm calling in. Tracy's actually one of my best friends. So, calling in to say hi and see if you guys, and, you know, talk about the difference in how you guys are doing your business here and how we do it out in California. Not different.
Oh, awesome. Can you just take this off speakerphone? That's all I ask.
I'm not on speakerphone.
Oh, okay, good. So, yeah, what's going on in California? You guys almost have it made out here. We're suffering patients out here. We can't even afford our medicine, and you guys got like, you know, crazy stuff out there. It's ridiculous.
They get free shit if they buy like a certain amount of weed on a certain amount of days. They like get free joints and stuff like that. Like the joints that you kind of roll.
Every time you go, depending on where you go, each place has different sales for different days. Sometimes you'll get 5-gram eighths. Sometimes you'll get, now you're never buying anything. You're donating. So every time you make a donation of $50 or more, you get a free house trip. So that means if you buy, you know, $300 worth of stuff, you get 6 free joints. Okay. They also have right there medication for your animals that have problems, that people that, you know, that animals that suffer from anxiety and so on and so forth. They have any kind of medication that you don't necessarily have to take. You can spray it on, you can rub it on like lotions and stuff, and this stuff is absolutely amazing. And they do it in a way to where you can have it with or without the THC. You can have straight CBD, you can have it with CBN. I don't even know if they sell products out here with CBN in it, but CBN is like a miracle. And the things that it's doing for people are just absolutely amazing. And it's funny because you think when you walk into a head shop or like a hash bar, it's just a bunch of stoners sitting around getting stoned. You know what? It's not. 95% of the people that I see when I go to the store are of the flower generation. And they're all, a lot of them are by the way, if you are a veteran, if you are injured in any way, if you have a note from a doctor saying that you're disabled in any way, shape, or form, or you have in the United States military, you get 10 to 20% off everything every time you go. Every time. So and it's all legit.
That's helpful.
Yep. And they can get now the moon rocks and shit like that at their dispensaries out there, and we can't get that stuff here. So, but also,
So, I mean,
his phone's about to
thing
die.
you guys gotta. I'm sorry, what did you say, Susan?
His phone's about to die. So if you had hung up on it, that's
okay.
what it is, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Is there any questions you guys have real fast then?
I don't know. I guess California law is kind of a different ballpark than anything that we're dealing with here. So,
well, they've been doing it since the 90s.
Now, do you have
know what I mean?
Wait, but you don't have home grow, right? You still don't have home grow.
I don't know what that is.
Patient grow. You can't grow at home.
Oh, yes, we can. Each individual, because now it's completely legalized. As of January 3rd, it's not decriminalized. It's legal. And you, as a human being, have the right to grow up to 6 plants of your own. And again, if somebody comes into your yard and steals your plants, you can call the police, and the police will make them return them to you. You can't. It's 100% legal, and there is none of this. The doctor thinks that this is how much you need. No, you go and you buy what you need. There's no limit to what the doctor thinks you need to make yourself feel better. It's you taking care of you and doing it in a way where you don't end up addicted to things that make you worse off than you were when you started.
That's the only time I feel good is when she's around. That's the only time I feel good is when she's around. We can't get the products that they have there, so it's just insane. Like, and it makes you wonder why, though. Why can't we be across the board the same thing? Because isn't that what we need to get it legalized federally for everybody to be the same across the board, or to have some sort of regulations that are the same across the board?
Well, I think you have to understand. I think we all, if you're serious a pot person, then you've done your history on marijuana and why it's illegal in the first place, and it was all politics, and it's bullshit because the very first president of the United States grew marijuana, and they figured that if they made it illegal, then when we were trying to after the Louisiana Purchase, then if they made it illegal, then they wouldn't have to deal with the people who lived over there in the southern part of the United States because they were all erratic and crazy. Well, yeah, you were trying to take their land, but they blamed it on the marijuana, and it was a way to get prohibition for marijuana. And it's bullshit. It's all politics. Jimmy Carter was going to legalize it until one of his people got caught doing coke, and then they said, "Oh shit, we can't do that." So, I mean, everybody knows it's bullshit. All politicians know that they smoke. I mean, doctors, it's hypocritical. It really is. And I think now that the government is seeing how people are reacting to the legal heroin that they've been pumping out for the past decade, you're going to see a big change in the marijuana laws.
This shit keeps on happening.
It's about time.
Yeah. It needs to. It needs to change. It needs to change everywhere, but we got to get the quality everywhere. We need to, whatever testing that they're doing out there.
The problem is where we live. Okay, when I first moved to California and I saw what they had, I said, "Oh, you guys have Christmas buds." Everybody knows what Christmas buds are. They're the great buds that come in Christmas, and that's the only time you can get them because they harvest them and then they get them here because it's so cold here. You would have to build a greenhouse because it has to be kept at a certain temperature. It needs at least 12 hours of UV rays or sunlight, if you will, per day to grow, depending on whether you're growing indica or sativa. Growing it properly without seeds is very difficult. It's a science in and of itself. But I think that's what the government is afraid of. I think they're afraid that, because you can't grow, I mean, you can grow heroin, but who does? You can grow cocaine, but who does? Anybody can grow weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that to a point. I definitely can see that we can. We're just not allowed to.
Well, do you have a website or something that we can promote for you? Because we have to go. We're actually off the air now, and
no,
you know what? I'm just a regular girl who fights for the right to smoke.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I want you to call back. I want you to call back when we have more time to talk because we got to actually shut the show down and we got to go home.
I'll do you one better. You're sitting next to my sister, so whenever you guys want to chat, you give me a call.
Sounds good.
You got my number.
Call her anytime.
Sure do. All right. Well, thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for talking to me.
All right. Love you, guy.
See ya.
I love.
Oh, I did hang up on her. I didn't mean to.
That's all right.
I didn't mean to. That was an accident, actually.
That's okay. That's all right. We'll tell her. That's okay. She's got a good person. She's visiting for a little bit. She lost her father back in December. He passed away of cancer. So unfortunately, he didn't have enough time by the time he was diagnosed for cannabis to take effect. So it did give him relief in his last time, but she unfortunately lost him. So they're here now doing some stuff.
Hello.
Honeybee, you're on the air.
Hi, everybody.
What's going on?
Oh, just waking up in my fields of cannabis.
Really? What kind of field are you in today?
Strawberry ice.
She wakes up in a different field every morning. She goes just partying. She parties in different fields. They have these field parties in Oregon.
God, I'm going to visit her.
That
I
sounds
really
fun.
am. Like when Peg goes back, I'm going to fly back with her. Gotta go visit.
That's great. I just purchased a half ounce of strawberry ice for $25.
A half ounce of strawberry ice for $25.
Now you're just rubbing it in.
All right, that's just hurtful.
Yeah.
I think
you're being a jerk now.
That's not nice anymore.
I'm just helping you with your goals.
teasing us, and it's good quality stuff too. So it's teasing us even more.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Well, it's better than your dank stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Yeah, this should.
Yeah, you're right about that.
This stuff is dirt. That is 100% for sure. It is dirt.
So what's going on, Honeybee? I like your new logo. Sativa Cross West is actually official now.
I saw it. I saw it this morning.
Looks good.
Yeah, South Philly
Thank
Normal
you.
wants to sponsor both you guys. South Philly Normal.
Oh.
We
I
had
had
a meeting.
couple logos in the works.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm the treasurer. We actually became an official chapter. We had our first board meeting last night. So, we would like to sponsor you guys. So, we'll have to hook that up. We'll do that later though.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, we definitely want to do it. So, we're going to be representing all over the place, and we would love to be able to sponsor you guys. So,
Thanks. We need support, man. It's expensive doing this podcast.
Yes, you do.
It does cost a
It
lot
is.
of money. Yeah.
Like-
we want whatever.
Like I
we can
need
do.
a Mac laptop.
Yeah, Honeybee, are you working? Are you up and running now, or are you still? What's going on with your podcast?
No,
Okay, we'll work on that.
so I need a Mac laptop. I got to switch.
I think Mac's the best, right? For when you're doing podcasts. and
Yeah,
stuff,
well,
is that what
yeah.
they say?
Then we have the same problems.
It
I
is.
could fix your problems a lot easier when we have the same equipment.
Yeah, like my friend hates Mac. He's like, don't do anything that's not like. He hates my Apple phone. Like, and he absolutely hates me for having like the iPhone and all of that stuff. Cannot stand it. He's a tech guy. But I mean, honestly, if you're gonna do a podcast or something like that, like Apple is the best product. They're the best out there for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. For
Okay.
audio, video, animation. It sure is. So that's my next step. I thought my laptop was going to work, but my drivers are too old. That's why it was freezing up last night when I was doing my test run. So I just need to get a Mac laptop. Then I'll be good. Then I'm ready to go.
So we have to start a GoFundMe.
I got a list of people wanting to be on my podcast.
Yay!
Can't wait.
Nice.
Yay! Right.
And I want to go travel out there and visit.
That's sweet.
I really do.
I want to go.
Yeah.
I really want to
You
go.
have
visit.
lots of visitors.
I really want to go visit.
Yeah.
That way we get firsthand experience too. Like it's not like we're just hearing it from the other people that have been there. That way we can say, you know, we've been there and we've tested or whatever. Like we have firsthand.
Right. It's true. It's true.
It gives you a different perspective and a different outlook. You know, like I still want to get. I want to go with the bishop on the tour across the country.
Yeah.
But like. I don't know. I've tried contacting his office and whatnot, and I'm not getting any kind of responses.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know if that was just a play or what. Because like we can't even get a sit down. Like
let's see what happens.
We haven't had our sit down yet.
I'll call him back. He likes you.
I know he does.
Probably didn't get your message.
Well, and you know what the coolest thing was is I told my surgeon what he said about you know, would you prefer your surgeon? And my surgeon was like, yeah, you know, I mean, when people ask me what I want for Christmas, a lot of times I say scotch. And I said, you know what? That's scary. I'd prefer you to say like give me some weed or something. Like
give me a quarter.
Like, yeah, give me a quarter, give me an answer, whatever. Like I would prefer him to say that than scotch.
Yes.
You know, like seriously. And that was something that the bishop said. He was like, you know, what would you prefer? Well, I'd prefer him to do nothing. But if anything, I would want him to tell me that he just went and smoked a bowl, because then I know he's paying attention to me. So, yeah, and he didn't just go and test, you know, that scotch that I got him. So, you know, like how many patients give him that? So, I don't want to do that. No, thank you. But
all right, so we're going to be ending the show in a minute, but I wanted to ask Don if you wanted to talk about Lodi a little bit too. Where's the other mic here? Hey Don, hey Don. Can I ask you a question about Lodi? I think we should go back there because I want to go back to this town. They're very ignorant. Hey, grab this here. Here, sit down. You want to have a seat? This thing's gonna hit you in the head, but that's all right. It's kind of feels nice after a while.
how are you?
How you doing, buddy? Let's see.
Check.
Hey, we don't do that here.
Yeah.
We don't do that. We frown upon that.
He likes actually,
and he does it on purpose. He knows this.
Annoy him.
you're supposed to tap on it.
And you go like this, and you go like this.
Did it to annoy him.
Testing 1, 2. Yeah, no.
We just get real close. They had to explain to me what.
So yeah, I'm not done with that, Mayor. I've already done
like
some due diligence on the whole town council there. One of them's the one big guy there that looked like he would be a cop with the bald head. He's a retired detective sergeant of the Lodi Police Department. He's also a coach of the wrestling team. And the mayor is heavily involved with the Roman Catholic Church. He's an administrator there for St. Joseph's Roman Catholic Church. And there's another council person that's heavily involved with that same Roman Catholic Church, that has a school. And there's also a couple teachers that are having something to do with teaching on there. So I'm sure it's got to do with St. Joseph's school. Anyway, so we got a little bit of a thread there. So my look at it is that there's a police officer on that board and detective, and we got some positive feedback from the police officers there. So if we could get through the back door and get the cops to talk to this guy behind closed doors and work one guy at a time and get one guy flipped. And then once one flips, it's easier for the second one to flip. So I don't know. That's kind of an angle. Who knows? Just kind of like poking around, finding out who they are. I'm just so pissed off that I don't like being condescending. People being condescending to me.
Yeah, he was condescending to you because
I don't like that.
Yeah, because what'd you say to the mayor after the meeting? You went up to him when he hit the red button. He hit the red button.
I was telling him. That he was elevating it, or so he started out very high level. I was trying to keep it low, But when I asked, I don't remember exactly
Said,
how
why
my
didn't you
wording,
thank us or
or how did say anything
Yeah.
to us, and he was all okay. Well, thank you for coming. And when he got that way and he got that cocky, my head was about to explode.
For your service.
My head was about to explode at that point, and I was holding it back. I mean, I was obviously nobody could tell from the outside. I was keeping it down, but I was literally about to. He hit the red button. If at any time he was going to hit the red button, that was the time to hit the red button, because I was seeing red. But of course, I wasn't going to do anything there. But in my past days, if I had a couple shots and beers in me and I sat there, I might have jumped over that thing and put him in his place.
Back
And
in military days.
just intimidate him a little bit more.
Yeah, back
But
in
I wouldn't do
days.
that. I wouldn't do that. But now I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to go and I want to be a nudge. I'm just going to be a nudge.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be a thorn in their side.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah,
that's all. A little bit at a
poking 'em.
time. Well, I'm not going to stop. I'm just going
You got
to
to find that weak spot. 'cause
right now
everybody's got
the
one.
police thing. I talked to a lieutenant there that was off the record. Lefty wasn't there. They were waiting for me actually to come in. We were starting our part, and I was outside talking to a lieutenant that was an older officer that's probably my age or so, in his 50s, and he was talking about how he sees things now from
So
when he was a young
differently.
officer. And
it
he
seems
was
like the older officers have more compassion
well,
than the younger ones.
Well, the
I'm
thing is,
finding,
with
for- and
post-traumatic
same thing with
stress,
doctors.
with post-traumatic stress, and especially
Mhm.
my type of situation, you're when you're in the fight, and like police officers are in the fight every day. When you're in the fight every day, you don't think about it. You just press on. You do it. You go. You get out. I immersed myself in work and starting a business and doing all that, which I kept my mind off all of that. But then once I got all that and I started slowing down, and my life started slowing down a bit, and I could start smelling the roses. That's when it all started coming back, and that's when that's what the lieutenant said. He said, that now that I'm getting older and I have more of a desk, I work more behind the desk and I have more time. He said, I do have things that bother me. And I said, of course you do. I said, we're here to fight for you. I know you can't talk out publicly about it. You're not allowed to, but one of our causes, and I make sure that, and we should do this as a collective group. Whenever you see police officers, let them know that we're fighting not just for our rights as patients, but rights for the police officers and firemen to be able to become patients. So let them know that, and they would appreciate that.
Memorial Day, I was actually speaking to our fire chief in the American Legion. They came in after the parade and everything, and I stopped them and I was like, look, I would love you to come up to the podcast with me someday, because I know what his views are. And
is he retired?
No.
See, they can, if they're retired, right? They got to.
Yeah, but he can't. Like you said,
right.
exactly.
The guys.
I asked our Legion commander to come because I know what his views are, but he can't either because you walk that political line.
Right.
So it's like my husband can't even sit down because he's on
the feedback I got from the police officers. Was it yesterday we went there? Before? When was it? Whenever that
crazy.
was. So I got the positive feedback from that lieutenant. And I have to tell you, when we were in there and we were talking to that sergeant, I don't even know if Lefty knows this. When we were talking about it to the sergeant when we went back in, and then I was letting them know that we're fighting for their rights also. And then he took my card, and when he checked my card, when he brought my card back out, he couldn't say anything to us, but when he handed me my card back and he shook my hand, he gave me one of those handshakes and held me where I couldn't pull away. And he looked at me and he smiled and he just wouldn't let go. It was like literally holding me hard, like, thank you. It was his way of thanking me in front of the camera without actually having to be able to thank me. I was like, oh my God, I don't think you even noticed that. I didn't tell you that.
And that's what they say with the handshakes and body language.
There was a point where I tried to pull away. I tried to pull away and he wouldn't let me pull away. And he actually pulled me a little closer and he smiled like he was gave me
It's
total
a sign
positive.
of respect.
That's
yeah.
that Trump
Total
shit.
Yeah,
Donald Trump does
it's
that.
a sign of respect.
Total positive though.
It's
It was
supposed
total
to be
positive.
considered a sign of respect that the way they wrap their thumb,
Right.
how they hold
He
it.
had me
like,
my whole hand. He was a big guy too.
Exactly.
He was a big tall guy.
The way that they
His
lock
hand-
it,
his
how
hand
tight
dwarfed
it
mine.
is, how long they hold it,
Yeah.
that they pull you in. It's
That's what he
supposed to
did.
be a bigger sign of, you
Yeah.
know, because it's that unspoken, like you said, they cannot say.
He couldn't say
certain
anything, and
things.
he was very
Right.
stoic
they
on
want
on.
to. They
on-
want to, but
And even the cop that escorted us out when I was talking to him on the way out, he was he even gave me a little bit of a quick smile and a positive. So the 3 officers that I had contact with that evening, all 3 were for it. So
yeah.
that angle, I think, trying to get that one officer, that retired detective sergeant from Lodi, that's on the board. And he's not that old, so he couldn't have retired that long ago. So I'm sure he knows a lot of people on the force still. And so I had somebody contact me privately I'm not going to say who they are, but did you see that I sent you some?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to answer you. Sorry. I don't know.
Right. Okay. Yeah, somebody. Well, I found out who it's somebody that wants to open a dispensary.
Okay.
And so they're actually for us. It wasn't what I thought it was.
I like both. I'll take both.
Right. But yeah. So I had some. I asked. He's from. Was a guy who's saw the podcast and saw me on the podcast, and he direct messaged me, and he wants to get a legal recreational license in the town. And we were talking, and I was asking him with my due diligence. I already asked him, told him what I already knew, and he gave me some more information about them. So he thought the cop idea was a pretty good idea. He also said they're actually for medical. They're for it. He doesn't understand. He said they're for it. They're for medical. He said the recreationals where they're borderline. He said the whole council is for medical for a medical dispensary. They don't have anything against it. This is a guy who's waiting to find out if he can get a license there. So he knows what's going on. He's a resident of Lodi. He lives in Manahawkin, but he grew up in Lodi. But so he was giving me a lot of information, and he says that he doesn't understand why they really went that far with it, because they are not as hardcore as we think. That was as what they were portraying. So that being said, the police officer flip might be the way to go. Who knows?
How about we sue them for wheelchair access too?
What about? Can I bring my Harley in there?
Yeah, plus the streets. You can't get down the streets in a wheelchair. That sounds sucks if you're in a wheelchair. Now there's no medicine and no access. Scary.
Yes.
Hey, give him a mic, man, please. Come over here, sir. I can't hear you. Come on over here. I hear you sound like you have a back like me, because I have a bad back.
My name's Tommy Guns. That's what they call
Tommy.
me.
How you doing, man?
Sorry.
I can't hear you.
Yep, I'm Tommy Guns.
Hey, Tommy.
Okay. I got 3 degenerated discs in my lower lumbar, which is my lower back. Okay. Sometimes when I'm in pain, I mean deep pain, chronic pain. They even got it on my slips. Chronic pain. So guess what? I don't eat for like a week, maybe. You know what I mean? All I do is drink some beer sometimes. But guess what? Until I smoke, okay, and then get my munchies going, guess what? That's when I get started. You know what I mean? Then I start eating a little bit at a time because I'm smoking. And that's what it does. And it takes away my pain. Or one of them to me.
No, I'm just trying to hide the wire because people are tripping over that wire.
Okay.
Careful. They're $20 though.
Anyway, what I'm saying is medical marijuana would probably be good. I don't know how it is, whatever. But guess what? When I go 3 or 4 days without eating because I'm in so much pain, okay, I smoke a bone. Well, I don't smoke the whole thing. I take 2 or 3 hits, man. That's it. That's all I need. 2 or 3 hits, right? And then guess what? I start getting the munchies. Then the potato chips come on, the crackers and the cheese. And then the next thing you know, I'm eating burgers and steak. You see what I'm saying?
Now I'm starving.
Medical marijuana. That's all I want.
Our little party.
Yeah. But no, it ain't about the party, man. It's about chronic.
No,
pain.
our food part. Yeah, I'll go.
Listen,
Yeah, I'm going.
It's about the chronic pain that
I'm
goes
gonna-
away.
Yeah, I'm in pain.
okay? And then I start to eat again. But my stomach's so messed up from the chronic pain and everything. I just like, I don't want to eat. No. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, I smoke my head or two. Bam, I'm ready to eat.
I know the feeling.
Okay. I'm
First name.
done. Right? Tommy Guns.
You and
Tommy
everybody
Guns,
here.
thank you. What was that, Don? What'd you say?
What's up with the shirts?
Him and everybody else here.
What's up with the shirts?
Yeah,
Can I
the 20
get one?
bucks, sir. 20 bucks.
You got no cash on me now.
We're here every Thursday. So come back every Thursday. We're here. We're out here smoking and get your cannabis card. Do you have a cannabis card? You should get one. Yeah, you get your cannabis card.
Where do you get them from? I can't get my pain medicine without it.
Okay.
Because if I do one, I can't get the other.
Yeah, it's sad what these people go through.
It's getting easier to get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now you can.
It's
go to
getting
the
easier.
doctor.
Their doctors are getting much. They're opening it
Yeah.
up to much. To more doctors are coming into the program.
Yeah.
'Cause anybody can do it now.
Yeah, any doctor can prescribe it
And-
or
and-
recommend it.
Can they do it
takes
now?
5 minutes.
Has that been approved? Where
Yeah.
doctors?
Yeah.
Any
Yeah. It
but
went
but
through.
they have to put on the list. They got to get them on
Yeah,
the. If
but they can.
they don't have to
choose-
say not public.
They
can
can
tell.
say
They
not
say-
public,
right,
and they don't
right.
have to take that training
That's
course.
right.
Like it's on there to scare
They
them
can literally
away.
take 5. It takes 5 minutes for them to go online and
Yeah.
just fill out the form and their
Exactly.
doctor.
And
That's
like
it.
Wayne was explaining, like my 8-year-old could do it. So
Yeah, any
Mhm.
doctor.
So.
Any doctor. If
Yeah.
you go to your primary care, if you go to your primary care now and you went there and you say, hey, all he has to do is sign up for the program. He doesn't have to do on the website. It still says that he has to go through some kind of course. He doesn't have to do the course. That's gone. Even though the website, he says he does have to do it, he doesn't. So just tell him he doesn't have to do that. He just has to fill out the form and sign up, and he can prescribe it to you.